Hello, radiant and bold Leos. We are here today to go over your astrological predictions for January 2025. I can't believe we're already at 2025. However, this month is going to provide some exciting opportunities for personal growth, collaboration, partnerships, creative transformation for you. So let's take a look and see what that means for those of you with a Leo sun, Leo moon, or Leo rising. Let's explore the cosmos and see what they have in store for you. All right, big picture, Leo. First, we look at the movement of the sun. Oh, before we get started, Leo, just so you know how I'm working, I have my calendar with my personal ephemeris that I created in front of me, as well as some notes. And let me reopen it. I also have some astrological charts as well to review while we're talking. So got a lot of stuff going on here. All right, let's get started. So the sun is going to be in Capricorn for the first three weeks of the month. This is going to focus primarily in your 6th house. So Capricorn is in your 6th house, and the 6th house has to do with work, health, and routines. So think gym memberships, diet, how you go about your natural day, right? Do you get up early? Do you get up late? What do you do when you get up? Those sorts of things, as well as your career routine. So what is it that you do when you go into the office? What is it that you do, when you're planning out your business day, etc. So there's going to be this strong focus on organizing your life as you roll into January. It's going to be an organizational mode. And how do you optimize your productivity? That's going to be important. Taking care of your well-being will also be of extreme importance in the first 3 weeks of January. So that's the Capricorn energy, which is fantastic. Then we see the sun shift into Aquarius. And the sun is going to shift into Aquarius around January 20th. And it moves into your 7th house of partnerships. Love this for you, because as you're ending the month, you're going to be prioritizing one-on-one relationships. So if you utilize the energy of the first 3 weeks to get your life organized and get things in balance, and to move things to a place where you have more time for your one-on-one relationships, both personal and professional, you're going to set yourself up for success this month. Super important, Leo. Pay attention to that. In December, Mercury retrograde, Mercury stationed direct mid-December. That still leaves a couple weeks of post-shadow energy that we're still all under and being affected by. And when Mercury is retrograde, it can cause miscommunications, it can cause delays, it can cause a lot of things to happen that we're not expecting. Things that prevent us from getting what we want, or going to where we want to go, or communicating with the ones that we love in a way that is conducive to growth and positive interactions. So here we have Mercury in Sagittarius, which is your 5th house. The 5th house is that of romance, creativity, children, self-expression. It's the fun house. It's literally like, if I were to equate it to a movie, right? It would be the ending scene of Grease, where they're all dancing, they're all having a great old time. And, what are their names? The Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta characters are, connecting with romance. And it would just really, really, really scream to me that kind of vibe, right? So it's a wonderful house to be in. But not when it's in retrograde. When it's in retrograde, it could cause romantic hiccups, romantic communication problems. It can cause problems with your children. It can really cause a lot of problems with regards to moving things forward in a good, harmonious manner. But that's all going to be lifted by mid-January. By mid-January, all that should be cleared out. And you can revisit any creative ideas that may have been stalled. And you also will be given an opportunity to mend any communication errors or misunderstandings that you might have had with your loved ones. So very important mid-January to focus on restoring connections. Towards the end of the month, Uranus stations direct in the sign of Taurus, which is going to be in your 10th house of career and public reputation, basically career and reputation. And in this 10th house, you may have experienced some unexpected shifts in the workplace that caused delays, caused difficulties, caused confusion. But now with Uranus going direct, it should bring more clarity and progress should resume on the work front. There may be some new opportunities with regards to your long-term ambitions as well. So keep that in mind. Now, Leo, the full moon, the wolf moon. Woo! The wolf moon. I have a wolf tattoo of a wolf's head howling at the moon, and that's what I think of whenever I think of the wolf moon. So the wolf moon on January the 13th is going to be in your 12th house of introspection, Leo, spirituality and rest. You might need to take a couple weeks break because that energy lasts for about 2 weeks. It'll be a time of deep reflection. You may look at what's no longer serving you. What do you need to get rid of? What do you want to keep in your life? What do you want to focus on to bring healing? Your dreams and your intuition are going to be very heightened. So keep a dream journal by the bed. Might be very important for you because they could hold intuitive messages. And you may find yourself focusing on spiritual matters or esoteric ideas and thoughts. At the tail end of the month, we have the new moon in Aquarius. This is once again in your 7th house of partnerships. This will be an opportunity for you to have new beginnings or set intentions for new beginnings in the relationships that are closest to you. You could start a new partnership, both work or professional. There could be collaborations with others. There may be a focus on harmony, growth, contracts with the people that you are closely connected to. So those are our main energies that we see in the month of January. Now we're going to take a look at some of the difficult, overarching, low-level, deep cosmic influences. And then we're going to take a look at some aspects that I see in the charts. Chiron, our wounded healer. Chiron comes about and brings about all of these healing lessons for us. We're faced with having to help others heal in ways we need to heal. We're faced with having to look at some of the deeper things that are going on in our mind and in our soul in order to find a way forward to bring growth and to bring healing. Well, interestingly, Chiron is in Aries in your 9th house. The 9th house involves higher learning, travel, adventure. It also involves things that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Exotic, right? So you may find yourself, being attracted to very exotic cultures. So that also may play a part. But this is where you are going to be forced to have to face any fears or doubts you have into stepping outside of that comfort zone. Maybe stepping outside of that comfort zone to go on that trip you always wanted to go on, but you never felt you could for whatever reason. Or to step outside of your comfort zone and return to school to learn something new, etc., etc. Growth happens when you take those bold steps past your fears. And the fears are going to be associated with those things: higher learning, travel, adventure, a lot of doubts. You're going to have to face those doubts too. So Black Moon Lilith gets into our shadow energy. It's that energy that we have no other choice but to face because they are fears and doubts that are serving no purpose for you. So Lilith is going to be continuing her journey through the sign of Leo in January in your 1st house of identity. Oh my goodness. Talk about identity crisis, Leo. This is going to be rough for you. This is going to encourage you to embrace your authentic self and to confront insecurities, both known and discovered in the month of January, with regards to how you present yourself to the world. Now's the time for you to own your power, your personal power, Leo. Allow yourself to be seen for who you are and be okay with it. And we have Vertex in Aquarius, going back to that 7th house of relationships and partnerships. You could have to face some karmic connections, both positive and negative. Could be karmic lessons that you're learning from a past life soulmate, or a karmic blessing you're receiving from a past life soulmate. So there are a lot of karmic connections to bring about change and to bring about transformation in the area of relationships. Now let's take a look at the astrological charts and see what we've got for Leo. January the 2nd, Mars is in Leo, trine Node in Aries. Fire. Leo and Aries. Fire, baby. Fire, fire. So this fiery alignment between these two entities is going to boost your confidence and determination in the early part of January. In fact, you might have told me while you were watching just a second ago that you don't have any deep insecurities, because this confidence energy is here for you, but you're going to be faced with some inner workings later in the month. This is going to align your actions with your life purpose, because Node has to do with our life purpose, our destiny, our path, our journey in life. And so it's a good time for you to take bold steps towards your goals. Leadership will be highlighted very well as you expressing yourself very naturally in the beginning of the month. Mars will be in opposition of Pluto in Aquarius on the 3rd. This can bring power struggles for you with regards to your relationships. So here we go back again to those personal relationships and professional relationships. Power struggles, ego struggles. This could be a challenge for you. So keep that in mind. Although you have this boost of confidence, it could also cause some clash of wills. So you need to kind of temper your emotions and your interactions with people. You have an opportunity to transform some old patterns of communication, but you will be naturally charismatic. So that's going to be positive. That charisma may help you to get out of some conflicts or to navigate the conflicts a little bit better. All right, let's see what else we've got. January 4th, the sun is going to be sextile Saturn in Pisces. This is good because when Saturn is here, he's our taskmaster that helps us to learn long-term things. So the sun being in good alignment with Saturn, it's good for you to focus on the discipline of building towards your long-term plans and goals, especially in the career front. And it will be a good time for you to kind of utilize any sort of creative impulses with practical thoughts. So like be both right and left brain during this time, and that will serve you well. So think creatively as well as think logically. Sun square Chiron in Aries on the 8th can bring up some vulnerabilities with regards to career ambitions and your sense of identity. So here's where some of those past wounds are going to pop up because of Chiron, right? Past wounds, Chiron. This is where you're going to have to embrace your authentic self in order to find a renewed sense of confidence. So your confidence might take a hit, and you're going to have to find a renewed way of finding your own inner confidence. That's around the 8th. Sun trine Uranus. This is good. So Uranus is kind of like the outlier, the one that thinks outside the box, you know. And the trine it's always a positive connection. And so there's some positivity and unexpected growth, perhaps in the area of your career or finances. It would be a great time for you to embrace any change and take a look at your long-term vision, calculate risks of taking different actions, and seeing what aligns most with bringing about change. Venus will be square Jupiter in Gemini. Social charm, baby. Leo, you are going to be charming in a couple different times during this month, where that natural charisma is just going to be over the top. And mid-month, you will definitely see a lot of charm, a desire to be fun, a desire for overindulgence. Be careful of overindulgence. You have a big warning that in the middle of the month, you could end up spending too much money or spreading yourself thin, not having enough time to do everything that you desire. In the middle of the month, we have the Sun in opposition to Mars in Leo. This is going to be where you're going to be torn between asserting your personal power, your personal independence, your personal thoughts, your personal desires, like self-assertion versus collaboration. So you need to be mindful of how you channel your energy at the middle of the month to avoid any kind of unnecessary arguments with other people, especially in the workplace, and focus on finding creative outlets to deal with that energy. Exercise would be very favorable because Mars favors physical activity. So exercise it if you're capable would be favorable. If not, channeling that energy into a creative project would also be very favorable in the middle of the month. Around the 18th, Venus is going to be conjunct Saturn in Pisces. Oh boy, this is going to make relationships and finances have a very serious tone. So you may be reassessing your commitments, your financial commitments, letting go of what no longer aligns with what it is that you desire to do in life. This is good because it will bring you a stronger emotional foundation with the ones that you love and a stronger financial foundation. So this is an important energy, but it takes a serious kind of undertone to it. The Sun will be conjunct Pluto in Capricorn around the 21st. This is a reflective energy regarding change. Pluto is another one. Pluto, in my personal opinion, Pluto, Chiron, and Black Moon Lilith all kind of like draw us within. They draw us within to those deep wounds and those fears and those doubts and things like that. And so here we have a focus on your professional life and letting go of anything that might be holding you back to step into your personal power. So if you're thinking about moving into some sort of leadership role, some change may have to occur first. So think about what you can let go of that might be holding you back from moving forward in that area. Venus will be trine Mars in Leo around the 25th. This is great for romance, creativity, social interaction. Here you go again, Leo. That charm's coming out. Charm and magnetism towards the end of the month will be very amplified around the 25th. Great time to pursue personal passions and deepen your connections with others. And then at the very tail end, Sun trine Jupiter in Taurus. This is a really good positive aspect regarding expansion, optimism, opportunities, and focusing on those long-term goals. So the universe is supporting your ambitions this month, Leo, but they're supporting your ambitions by making you focus on yourself first and what needs to change in order for you to move towards more of a leadership role. Now, it may not be a leadership role in the workplace, but it will be a leadership role in your life. That's taking control of your finances, taking control of how you view your relationships, how you view your social connections. Career and transformation are highly favorable this particular month, and your charisma is going to be heightened. So who knows what you can create with a little bit of that natural charm. So Leo, I'm going to leave it there. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you for joining me today. Kiss, kiss. Until your next one. Have a great day. We'll see you later.